What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Lane's Man Cave. In today's video, I'm going to be giving out my Week 6 predictions, so let's go. So yes, it is dark, but that's normally because when I make these videos, it's around 3 to 4 no, closer to 4 p.m., because that's when I get off my lecture. But right now, it is almost midnight for me. I had a long day today. I was doing color commentary for my college's soccer games. That's why I'm here so late. And around 7 p.m., you may have saw my NBA Eastern Conference predictions. I'm not sure when my Western Conference predictions are going to be out, because I do have a midterm next week. So I gotta study for that. But anyways, let's get started. So the Thursday night game this week, we got the Niners and the Seahawks. Seahawks, they lost to the Giants last week because their O-line just cannot block it. And when you're going up a 49ers team that has Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Javon Hargrave, I almost said Eric Armstead, but he's on the Jaguars now. It's not going to be pretty, so give me the 49ers to win this one. And we do have another London game this week with the Jaguars and the Bears. I believe the Bears have won their... No, they've won 2 in a row. And Caleb Williams has been looking really well in that span, just like I knew he would be. But Trevor Lawrence, he also had a good game up on Sunday against the Colts. And because it's London and those games are basically home games for the Jaguars, I am going to pick the Jaguars for an upset this week. Moving on to the 1 p.m. slate, we got the Colts and the Titans. The Titans, they did beat the Dolphins, but the Dolphins have been absolutely fried since Tua was out. Joe Flacco had a good game last week, or last 2 weeks actually. Anthony Richardson could come back this week, but whether Richardson or Flacco plays, it doesn't matter. I'm picking the Colts to win this week. Texans-Patriots. This is a lock. I'm picking the Texans to win. Moving on, we got the Commanders and the Ravens. Now NBC wanted this game to be a primetime game. However, I believe CBS, they said no. Just really stupid, because the Ravens have been looking like a Super Bowl favorite these past 3 weeks, and I know everybody's hyped up about Jaden Daniels. But do not let this fool you, because the Ravens' defense is going to have their way with Daniels. Now, Eagles-Browns. I'm officially done with the Browns. Done. Deshaun Watson is absolutely horrible. The only reason he's playing right now is because of that contract. He's garbage. I can say no more. The Eagles, they have struggled, especially offensively, with A.J. Brown out. Him and Devontae Smith are questionable, but assuming they do play, the Eagles should win this one pretty comfortably. Even if they don't, this Browns offense is so bad that the Eagles shouldn't have any problems. And now we got the Cardinals and the Packers. The Cardinals pulled up an upset against the 49ers last week. However, Lambeau Field's a completely different environment. Not just the environment, but the weather as well. And Jordan Love, he had his way with my Rams, him and Jaden Reed. Speaking of the Rams, they are on bye this week, so I get 1 week without having to rip the eyes out of my sockets. I'm going to pick Green Bay to win this game. And moving on, we got the Buccaneers and the Saints. If you asked me before Monday night, I would have said this game could go either way. But the Saints, they showed their true colors Monday night. They're really not that good after all. And not to mention, Derek Carr is going to be out for multiple weeks, so it's going to be very tough. Spencer Rattler is expected to make his very first start. And give me the Buccaneers. Now for the 4 p.m. games, you get 2 405s, the Steelers and the Raiders. I said I was done with the Browns. Earlier on, I was done with the Titans. I'm also done with the Raiders. Doesn't matter whether Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell starts at quarterback. This offense is absolutely garbage when Davante Adams is not there. And he's not expected to play this week. And the Steelers, they did lose to the Cowboys. But this Raiders offense is just so much worse. I think the Steelers are going to bounce back this week. Now the Chargers and Broncos, the Broncos have won 3 in a row. Obviously they beat the Raiders last week. They beat the Jets the week before. And they also beat the Buccaneers. Patrick Surtain, put that man in the Defensive Player of the Year competition. He's having the best cornerback season since 2019 Stephon Gilmore. Maybe even better than Gilmore, but who knows by year's end. However, this is Justin Herbert we're talking about. This is Jim Harbaugh we're talking about. I can't write those guys off. Just give me the Chargers. Now we got 2 pretty good 425 games. Lions, Cowboys. The Cowboys, they beat the Steelers without Micah Parsons and without DeMarcus Lawrence. However, the Steelers' offense is just not that good. And the Lions have one of the better offenses. Was it last week against Seattle? Yeah, I think it was. Goff had a perfect game. I think this Lions offense storms right into Jerry World and takes the win. Falcons, Panthers, should definitely be an easy one for the Falcons. Now for our Sunday night game. Whew. I don't think I like this one. Bengals, they had a good game against Baltimore. Almost won. Until Evan McPherson missed that field goal. And the Giants, Dexter Lawrence beat the Giants all by himself. He should be the Defensive Player of the Year favorite right now. He had free sacks last week. Yes, I did say the Seahawks offensive line's not that good at all. But Dexter Lawrence is a nose tackle. A nose. He lines right between the guard and the center. Or as they also call it, the one-tack. I was a one-tack when I played high school football. I know exactly how hard it is to get sacks. Even though I was on the bench, but I know exactly how hard it is for a defensive tackle to get sacks. You can't name me a defensive player better than Lawrence right now. However, this Bengals offense is better than the Seahawks offense. So I am going to take the Bengals to win. But it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I definitely think that Dexter Lawrence can give Joe Burrow some trouble. Or a lot of trouble. But either way, I still think the Bengals win. And now for the Monday night game, we got the Bills and the Jets. The Bills, they lost to the Texans on a game-winning field goal. I don't know if Shakir's coming back or not. The Jets, they came this close to beating the Vikings, and They fired Robert Saleh, which is very questionable. I don't know why they did it. I don't know the name of their new interim head coach, but from what I hear, he's well liked by the fans. Or not by the fans, by the players. But the AFC East is going to come down to these two teams. Obviously, the Dolphins are done. We don't know when Tua is coming back. The Patriots are, well, the Patriots. Although we will see how Drake May does on Sunday. That defense gave Caleb Williams some trouble, so it's going to be a pretty rude awakening for May. But I do think that the Jets are going to win on Monday. So that's all for today's video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications.